once again in the news after Kobe called out Shaq's work ethic by saying that he would have had 12 rings if the big man could stay in shape. Shaq quickly fired back, tweeting that Kobe would have had his 12 rings if he would have passed the ball more. The exchange started getting a little bit of buzz. Kobe made sure on Twitter that everyone knew that there was no bad blood between the two former Lakers. Kobe tweeted, "There is no beef with Shaq. I know most media want to see it, but it ain't gonna happen. Ain't nothing but love there, and we too old to beef anyway." Hashtag threepeat. Shaq then responded to Kobe's tweet with a shot at the Lakers' new big man, Dwight Howard. "It's all good, bro. When I saw the interview, I thought you were talking about Dwight. Is that how you spell his name? LOL. So
LOL.
W-I-T-E. He's such a jokester. Fortunately for the Lakers, Dwight Howard took the high road on social media, saying that he did not see Shaq's tweet, that he is focused on the upcoming season. So, Shannon, what do you make of all this? A lot there.
Kobe is right, and so is Shaq. But I got what Kobe was trying to say. And I think Shaq took it somewhat as a slight because he mentioned, you don't get a statue in front of a building if you don't work hard. And I don't think anybody says Shaq didn't work hard, but Shaq could have worked harder. Shaq could have ate better and had a longer career and even been more productive than he actually was. A guy of Shaq's talent doesn't need to go from Orlando to LA to Miami to Phoenix to Boston to Cleveland. Skip, that's not how it's supposed to be with a guy like that. Shaq should have never been a journeyman. Shaq's too good to be a journeyman. Shaq worked hard. But if Shaq had to work, and the question was posed, if Shaq had your work ethic, Kobe, Kobe said he would have been the greatest. That's not to imply that, yeah, some of these guys work hard, but everybody doesn't work hard to the same degree. Because sometimes people mistake habit for hard work. And my grandpa used to always tell me and my brother that. He said, son, don't ever mistake habit for hard work. Because some people do that, oh, I went to the gym, or I got up early. Okay, you got up early, what did you do? I mean, if you just get up early and don't do nothing, what have you done? Well, if you just go to the gym every day just because it's habit, that's what you do at 9:30, but you ain't getting anything accomplished. Is that habit or that's hard work?
You know what? Your grandfather should have written a book.
So many.
He was a combination of like Confucius and Gandhi and Ben Franklin.
Yeah, and I was like, when he was telling me all this thing, I'm looking around like, why aren't we living better than what we are? You got all this knowledge and we living in a 1,000 square foot cinder block, but that's neither here nor there, Skip. But I think what Shaq is also saying, Shaq knows the reason why he got up out of LA is that Kobe went to Dr. Buss and says it's either him or me. Shaq made it easy for Dr. Buss to choose Kobe because I can assure you, Skip Bayless, if Kobe had gone to Dr. Buss and Shaq was the Shaq in 2000, in 2001, Dr. Buss would have said, Kobe, I'm sorry, but you got to go. Because you're not getting rid of 30, 14, and 2.6, Skip. You're not, at that time, the big man was still dominant. Shaq and Tim Duncan were the premier players in all of basketball. And Kobe and Shaq is like, hold on, bro. You started wanting to be, like I said, you started wanting to be that guy.
He did.
So you stopped passing and you started, doing what you did. Got no problem with that. But don't make it seem like I'm the only reason that we didn't win. Skip, I still think there's a little undercurrent there. I think both guys are trying to take the high road because, like I said, they're older now. Shaq's in his 40s, Kobe's approaching 40. And I think there's still an undercurrent there. But I do wish this. I wish Shaq would leave Dwight Howard alone. Shaq, you were the best player in Orlando Magic history. He went to LA and you're a better player in LA than he was. You are a better overall player. Why you bring this man into this scale? Why he bring Dwight? Dwight minded his own business. And Shaq knows good and well, nobody's ever spelled Dwight like that.
He knows good and well.
He knows.
It was like the ultimate jab and put down.
You just picture him laughing as he's
laughing.
it, like, oh, I got him.
I got him again. And you could see he got him in Dwight's post because Dwight looked pretty meek and sort of.
Well, I think he was doing IG Live or something, and he was talking, did you see what Shaq said? And he's like, no, I really didn't see what Shaq says. But it's about me, it's not about Shaq, and I'm just worried about what can I do to help the Lakers this time around. So he took the high road. I just wish Shaq would do that too.
I'll get to Dwight in just a second, but I got to get back to Shaq. So this is what I believe, to your point about there's still an undercurrent. I think that undercurrent is high voltage. It's under, but it's high voltage. And I believe that Shaq was stung by Kobe's comments. And I believe it hurt him to the point that what he did post, there were comments on IG, that both of his comments were fueled by anger. That they felt that they had some undercurrent of anger to them. And I'm good with that because this is just me. As much as yesterday we both agreed with what Kobe said, after I stepped back from it and slept on it, it was a low blow. It was out of bounds. It was unnecessary. It's one of those, just let it go and let it lay.
Right.
You know,
especially with giving you guys his history. It wasn't like you were always buddy-buddy.
No.
There was a lot of butting of the heads. And even though you've tried to make amends, I mean, I think Kobe showed up for Shaq's statue unveiling.
He did.
Shaq was there for the last game. His last game when when Kobe went for what, 60? He was there. And they've tried to make a peace, but you know, sometimes it's trying to heal. This wound is trying to heal, but sometimes you pick a little piece of the scab and you start to expose it.
And even though Kobe tried to undercut it by saying, hey, I've told Shaq this to his face. We've sat and I've told him.
And Shaq even said it.
Yeah, okay. That's all well and good, but telling him to his face is one thing.
Yeah, but putting it out there.
Saying it publicly is quite another.
Right.
So what was the circumstance and venue? Kobe was a paid speaker at an insurance company convention.
Right.
George W. Bush was also a keynote speaker. So I'm going to say he got a bunch of, I have no idea what he got.
Couple $100,000.
Oh, please. How about $1 million?
I don't know if he
This is big.
Normally, I think right now, President Clinton and President Obama command that. Right now,
well, I think Kobe Bryant could command that.
Yeah.
And Brady does one out here in Santa Monica most years with Jim Gray, you know, where he gets a Q&A.
Well, that's for people that don't want to hear anything being said. So that's why they go.
Well, that's fine. So
I'll sign right up.
So Kobe was being interviewed in front of the crowd. And obviously, because he's being well compensated, he feels like, I got to give you something, right?
Yeah.
And so he reaches for, we would have won 12 if he'd stayed in shape. Well, between the lines, he's saying if he hadn't gotten fat.
Right.
And it's a pretty harsh thing to say publicly this many years after the fact.
I'll give you an example, Skip. Look, we believe that Carmelo worked out. I mean, you don't go to 10, 11 All-Star games and be an All-NBA player without, working hard. But do we believe Carmelo worked as hard as LeBron?
No, absolutely not.
And that's basically
the proof was in the pudding, as in the pudding he might have eaten, but you could just see it. Right? You could just look at the two bodies and say, okay.
And I believe that's what Kobe was trying to say. Yes, and because they posed the question, if Shaq had your dedication, if he had worked as hard as you did,
that's true.
And Skip, that's what the interviewer asked, and Kobe's like, he'd been the greatest. We'd have 12 rings. But Shaq was like, took it like, oh, you said I didn't work hard? Well, how did I get a statue?
Yeah.
How do I have 4 rings? How do I have
fair touche?
Right.
It is. Yeah, he did get a statue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And would they have had 12 rings if Kobe had passed the ball more? No. Would they have beaten the Pistons? Maybe.
Yeah.
Just maybe, because that was the peak of the clash between
you and
Shaq
I just believe with that tandem, that might be the greatest. I mean, you can make, maybe you like Magic and Kareem.
Maybe.
But they're the 1, 2, they're not falling out of the top 3. I think everybody just believed they should have had more titles than the 3 that they won. I think that's, from 96 to 04, they were together? So I just believe people believe that, 10 years span, or 8, 9 years? They should have had more than 3.
Totally
I think that's what people are getting at. Now, I don't know if they're going to get 12, Skip, but they should have had more than 3. And I think that's what Kobe's trying to get at. Yeah, we won. We had great three-peat. One of the few teams that can say we three-peated.
Yep.
But.
Okay, so then Shaq tries to defuse any potential ongoing beef with Kobe by turning back into the jokester that you talked about, the fun-loving sort of cartoon character Shaq.
Right.
And he takes a little shot at Dwight, kind of like the biggest, easiest target in Shaq's universe.
Yeah,
right?
He's definitely low-hanging fruit.
Okay, and he is. I hate to describe anybody as low-hanging fruit, but again, I like Dwight, but he never.
You don't have to reach to get an insult.
You just don't. So now we see him on whatever you said it was, IG Live.
I think it's IG Live.
And to me, it just comes off as like kind of mopey and lifeless. Like he's not defending himself. There's no, because he's trying to sell us that he is now reinvigorated.
He is.
Yeah.
A rebirth.
I didn't see any reborn.
Rebirth, Skip.
I didn't feel any new energy from him. Like, I'm here and I'm going to prove you wrong, Shaq. There was nothing. It was just kind of like
I believe he's going through a rebirth.
Really?
They say in order for a man or a person to go through a rebirth, he must go through a reconstruction as the most dilapidated building. The proof will be in the pudding. My thing was, how did Shaq and Kobe, how did Shaq leap to Dwight? Where did Dwight Howard come from?
He was just trying to go back into lovable Shaq, and that's a way for him to be lovable and funny, is to poke fun at Dwight.
It all comes from the Superman. That's what this is all about.
That's
Skip.
true. I'll give you that.
That's what it's all about.
Like, Shaq is Superman.
Right. Orlando, Shaq was Superman.
Yeah.
He still has the big S and a lot of the imp in his vehicles.
Yeah.
And the heck of the Dwight, like, big man, he's Superman. Shaq like, nah, we already had Superman in Orlando way before you got here.
Well, all I got to say is two Lakers have a whole lot to prove this coming season. One is your guy and one is Dwight.
Have my guy ever let you down?
Yeah.
The proof is in the pudding. He gonna prove it.
You mean the Wash King?
Yeah. Okay.
We'll talk about the Wash King.
He's up to something.
Okay.
All right. We got to move on to talk about Dak Prescott.
Yes.
So
It's been too long. We haven't talked about him the whole show.
You mentioned him briefly at the beginning, but I want to make sure you had your time. So he may not have made the most recent top 100 players list, but he did make a different list.